Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another car video. Game is more than getting women in bed. Game is more than getting women in bed. And let me be clear when I say game, it don't mean manipulation or anything like that. Well, for some people it can, but overall it's just a colloquial term for strategy. Slang term for whatever your personality is to influence a woman in particular, but really people in general to do things for you. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. And it's bigger than just getting women in bed. In fact, that's kind of a waste, really. I mean, because, in all honesty, you want to get women in bed, they just need to find you sexually attractive, and you need to recognize it, Only thing, you can't convince a woman to like you. But, we can argue over that all day. But here's the bottom line, though. It's more to it than just the sex. It's interacting with women, period. From a man's point of view, it's interacting with women outside the bedroom. And you know what made me think about that? Because anybody follow me on Instagram well, especially on Instagram, but sometimes on Facebook. I put a recent picture up of me and my sons. I do that every year. I was kind of late this year and stuff. We just sitting there chilling and everything. And I spend a lot of time with my sons. I spend a lot of time. That's why I tell people, people be trying to get consultations on the weekends or asking me stuff, and I'll be like, I'm with my sons, man. That's their time. That's their time. But I was at a restaurant yesterday, just local restaurants. I ain't gonna call their name. And I had we just eating, and we go there like once every 6 weeks or something, and there was got the stuff, got all the extra stuff, and I was getting ready to look at, they got one of those one of those devices on the table. You can just check yourself out and go and stuff. And I was getting ready to do that, but then the server came out and removed it. Said, "Oh yeah, something's wrong with this." I was like, "Okay, get you another one." I was like, "Okay, whatever." And then she came back with the bill. I was like, "Well, that wasn't quite, but I'll just pay it and go." And the manager had paid for the meal. The manager had paid for the meal. And I'm not even sure who the manager is. I have an idea who might have authorized the payment. I have an idea, but it's not someone whose name I know, just somebody I've seen it in there a few times. But that just reminded me of the importance of being able to connect with women outside the bedroom. Because I'm going to tell you what, if you're doing in business or just going through life in general, like it or not, you got to deal with women. It's very, very, very few areas you don't have to deal with women. Maybe construction. Maybe. And even then, you got some women working now. More and more women working there. And if y'all got someplace there's absolutely no women, like no part of the business or whatever, let me know. But speaking of business, you're talking about making money or something. If you're in business, you probably got to deal with women at some point. And that's one of the things, because I thought about it. One of the things I said, people say, well, you don't really go on women. They put money in my pocket. They put money in my pocket. Look, I'm going to tell you what. They've always put money in my pocket one way or the other. Because when I first got started even talking about relationships, I had stuff for women. It was guys coming up asking me for something for men. And even when I got out something, a lot of women were buying it. And I mentioned this on I don't know, either on my Patreon. Don't sign up for my Patreon until tomorrow, okay? Let me just say that real quick. If somebody think about signing up today, you'll get charged twice. So if you're thinking about it, wait till tomorrow. Anyway, right? That's just in general. Never sign up the last day of the month unless you want to get double bill. But anyway, no. But I think I said it. There's one of my more private sites and stuff. When my book Nice Guys and Players first came out, I had like women's book clubs and stuff buying it. You know, they were buying it, and they were like pushing it and everything. They were buying it for their men. I've had women buy it for their sons. Met a young man one time. He said, "Yeah, I'm Mr. Goodbar." I was like, "Okay." He said his mom got him the book. Shit. But whatever the case, even then, even interacting with them, it was always about the charm, you know, how I'm speaking to them. People say mouthpiece, but I'll tell you what, if you're working in sales, because I've told you several times I've worked in sales, really doing vending, like just selling my books, and also doing gym sales. When I was doing gym sales, if I had a woman coming through, shoot, I'm already counting my commission. I'm already counting it. In fact, I always said, shoot, any business that got women, shoot, have a guy working in there. Please. And I said that before, too. I said, shit, some of the best players I've met were salesmen. Of course, there was somebody who tried to detract from that, but they never worked in sales like that. Seriously, because you just got to talk to them. You got to interact with them. And you really just get little things because, okay, like yesterday at that restaurant, the manager took care of the meal. I didn't do nothing happen. They didn't do anything. I didn't have any complaints or anything where they would say, okay, well, comp it. I was just sitting in there chilling and stuff. Shoot. In fact, the customer service was a little bit extra, and I peeped that. I was like, man, they bringing us stuff like extra drinks and everything. I was like, oh, we could. We didn't even ask for it. They were just doing stuff for us. But I've had that at other restaurants, though, like, you know, one of the servers bringing me extra food I ain't had to pay for, or you know, taking a discount on some stuff when they ain't need to. But all that is, it wasn't even trying to get with them. It's just being friendly, just being charming and shit. Because remember, it's like you still, like if you're going through the world, you're going outside, you still got to interact with people. And ultimately, when you talk anything, it's about how you interact. It's about how you interact. Like when I take my clothes to the cleaners, I'm real cool with the owner there. I'm real cool. She be shooting the breeze with me, call me sweetie and all that. I was like, yeah, but my clothes be crisp. So I was like, hey, you just gotta be cool with them. Don't have anything else. See, here's the thing to understand. See, a lot of guys, it's usually guys who don't really interact with women at all or very little. And then when they think to interact with them, they think it's just about sex. In fact, when I said before, having women as friends, got some pushback from some guys. And I'm saying, dude, it's bigger. They can network and everything. Shoot, I'm going to tell you the truth. Over the years, I say over the years, not at one moment, I'm saying over the years cumulative, I probably made $1 million off of women one way or the other. Cumulative. Not at one point. I'm working to that one point, but cumulative. And when I say that, not just them buying stuff from me, but several women hooking me up with good vending deals, events, calling me up, hey, Rom, you want to do this? Shoot. Like one way or the other. And even right now, get like $3,000 to $5,000 from some couple of my income streams that women hook me up with. You know? See, that's the whole thing, man. Fellas, you gotta understand it's bigger than them. Because, honestly, man, pussy easy. Seriously. Pussy is really easy and shit, man. All you have to do is pick up on a woman that's feeling you, have a good conversation with her, but then turn that to make money and stuff. Seriously. Turn that to make money. Because, you know, I see some guys, they like, well, we don't want to deal with women. And I say, well, you in business, man? I mean, if you just got some plain job, okay. But even with a job, every single time I've interviewed for a job, when I was still working for other human beings, every single time, if I walked in, I saw a woman sitting across from me, in my mind, we could be talking, but in my mind, I'm making like plans on where to go to lunch and stuff. They wouldn't even call me yet. I started looking around the neighborhood and say, okay, I can eat here. Seriously, I remember one time, and this is when I was still married, and I knew it was like a woman's own business and shit, right? And I purposely went in for an interview, and I purposely took off my wedding ring. And I took it off a few days beforehand just so that like spot wouldn't show there. You know, put some cocoa butter lotion on it, everything, so it blended in with my skin. So I went in for the interview, talked, right? Got the job. I remember my first day on the job. The woman who interviewed me, she came around that corner smiling. She was like, hey. But I said, hey, my ring back on. I said, hey, how you doing? But I mean, you people, hey, I had to make some money. So, but the thing was, it's like, dude, get beyond like the 90. Shoot. Because a lot of dudes got to understand half of it. I don't care where you go. Like I said, if you got an all-male business or something where you don't have to interact with women at all, please let me know. Like, please let me know. All right? Because I want to see that. Say, understand something. It's just about going through life. And like I said, ain't necessarily you got to be like buddy-buddy with them, but thinking connections, networks, making some money, business. Shoot. Like when I was vending, there was a woman, she always has like a natural hair expo every year. Every time I go there and see her, she's like, Ron, how come you don't have a table? I got you, baby. I got you. Just come on in, go get your stuff. Come here. I got you over here. It'd be cheaper than what everybody else is paying or something. You get the hookups, everything. I remember like when I was, there was a gym I was going to years ago. It was at a university too. And technically I couldn't get into the gym. Technically I couldn't get in because I wasn't going to school there at the time. You know, I'd already graduated. But I remember, it's a young lady, we still cool to this day. I went in, I just started chatting her up. She let me in the gym, wouldn't check my ID. And it's funny, some other people in there did check it. They did check, they knew who I was. They checked, they didn't say anything either. I was like, look, I was just being cool. Shoot. So I had a membership at a top-notch gym without spending any money. But that's how it go. Getting what you want in life, but you gotta be friendly and everything. Seriously. And that's all. But see, you don't always like put the pussy to the side for a second. In a way, you gotta think like a pimp. And I don't mean in terms of putting women out on a stroll, but just have that money consciousness. Like, all right, I got this, women friendly to me and everything. How can I get money off of this? And it ain't like you don't have to manipulate them or anything. You really don't. You can be straight up with them too. You can be straight up with them. Even that situation I was getting into the gym, I actually told her a few weeks after that. I was like, well, look, I'm going to be real with you. I was friendly so I can get that hookup. She was like, okay, I understand. And like I said, we cool to this day. To this day. That's like 30 years ago and we still cool. Yeah, there was some other stuff that went in with it, but we won't go there. But I'm telling you just have to be that way. Understand that. It's bigger than, like I said, man, if you understand the women the way I do, you realize, yeah, shoot, sex is easy. But I'm going to make some money because you know what I always say. I don't care who you are as a man. I don't care. You can be like, you got a bunch of guys talking about Chad and Tyrone and stuff. Some guys talking about Pookie and Ray. Some guys talking about what? You just need that game. You just need that mouthpiece and all of that. I don't care what strategy you use. You got to eat. You got to make money. And like it or not, part of making money, you got to go through women. Seriously. One way or the other. You really do. It's like I said, unless you can find that profession, like there's no women anywhere there. Because even if you go on a men-owned job, right? Say you go on a job interview. It's all men at the top, executives and stuff. And you sitting in that interview room and stuff just chilling, waiting. You really being interviewed and checked out by the administrative assistant. Seriously, you might think it's you, but you might be sitting there or something. And that's some game I learned like when I was a teenager. Because I was always like... I was like a part of many programs with the DC Summer Jobs program. Married for Life, Marion Barry made sure everybody had a job. But we had some workshops and they peeped us on that. They gave us the game on that. You say, yeah, you just sitting there It might be that administrative assistant checking you out. So I get in there, even with that, you might have some other guys joking around. I be sitting there looking real serious. Don't even look at her, let her know, like I ain't paying attention to her, but I'm paying very much attention to her. And I'm sitting back. So you just never know. You just never know. And see, that increases your power. And if you in business, I don't care what the business is, one woman will spread news about your business. I remember, you know what? I'm going to give you one last thing. It was when, I mentioned before, I was on that website, blackvoices.com. And I had my book out. And there was a woman on there. And I remember meeting this woman. I remember meeting her. It was at some event, and she one of the few women she read the book but didn't like what I had to say. One of the few. It's like, I can count them on fingers and stuff. She just did not like it. She didn't like what I had to say, anything. She was talking shit about me on a website, right? She was talking shit about me, right? But then some people want to know what's up. She ended up advertising for me. I was like, ain't this some shit? So, you know what? Seriously, because the way women are, shit, they advertise for you, really. So, anyway, that's all I got to say for now. And I'll get back with y'all. But yeah, it's bigger than just getting some nani, y'all. Big as shit. We get that money mindset, networking, shoot. You know, you might meet some woman. You might meet an older woman one day, right? And just shooting a breeze and everything. But you don't know who her son is. It might be older. You ain't trying to get no pussy. You know, she too old for you and stuff. Well, for some of y'all anyway. She too old. And you sitting there, you seem real nice, real responsible. And she might be like, hey, this my son's information. I actually had that happen one time. Seriously. You just don't know. Just don't know. Seriously. What y'all think about that? I'm giving y'all some real game. Because seriously, I go to a court, lie detector, whatever. FBI profiler. I've made so much money as a result of women. It's scary. Just knowing how to network and all of that. Not trying to get in their panties. A couple of them I did, but still didn't. But, you know, yeah, I was checking them out. They had a fat ass. But I said, pussy, money. Pussy, money. Pussy is always there. I need more money. So anyway, yeah, because Rom's a capitalist. And let me say something about that too. Anything I do on here, anything I do on this channel, like some people will say, notice I'll block some people or delete some comments. Don't take it personal. It's business, y'all. Don't take it personal. It's business. I'm making money. I'm creating a space because I want money. This ain't a fun spot. This is a money maker. I don't do anything that can limit my money. Alright? So, because Rom is a capitalist. Unapologetically capitalist. So, anyway, y'all. That's all I got for today. Get back with y'all. Peace and blessings.